Brighton is a Remain town. 7 in 10 here voted to stay in Europe, which makes life a bit awkward if you're a leaver.
It's really, really tough. People are very, very intolerant of the Brexit view here, unfortunately.
So when cartoonist Michael Lightfoot came out in support of Brexit, it didn't go down very well with his Remain friends.
It's been a disaster. I've lost so many friends over it. It's been terrible. You know when you've lost them because they disconnect with you on Facebook and that sort of thing. Or, yeah. There it is.
Because of your view on Brexit?
Yes, just because of that. Hopefully Brexit's going to be a success, but by which I mean hopefully it is going to make things better in the country overall. I'm certainly not going to be swinging from the rafters with joy on January the 31st.
What's it like being a Brexit campaigner in a Remain city?
It's pretty lonely and it's very difficult. Non-stop sort of arguing with people and writing leaflets, having to get them printed. The whole thing's been like a vast psychological war on a national scale.
Is it possible for both sides to live and let live?
I think it can be, and I hope it can be. It would be a sad thing if we couldn't.
What will you be doing to mark Brexit Day?
There's this thing about Big Ben, will it bong, will it not bong? So we've all bought bells, and I've bought my little bell. This is, you see, and so as everyone in Brighton knows, it's not about the size of your bong that matters.
Nowhere else in Britain wanted Brexit more than Boston. 75% of voters here voted to leave the EU. The Brexit capital of Britain, some have called it.
Boston has the highest proportion of Eastern European workers than anywhere else in the UK, and over the last few years that has been a source of friction at times. It's led to Boston being labelled Britain's most divided town. And what's interesting is, after Brexit, can this town begin to heal itself?
My name's Andy Izard and I'm a resident in Boston.
Andy says immigration isn't a bad thing if the town gets extra money for things like doctors, dentists and schools.
If we don't get the help and support from the central government, then we're still going to have these issues in 5 years' time.
Has Brexit, the Brexit thing, has it had an impact on your life? I'm interested.
I think so. I think on everybody. I mean, let's face it, it's even divided families. There was many of my family that voted Remain, there was many of my family that voted Leave, and when you get to meet at Christmas time, you're still discussing Brexit and its pros and cons.
Do you think ultimately Boston will get the Brexit that it voted for?
That's a difficult one, and if you're going to ask my personal opinion, I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed.
My name is Violetta. I came from Latvia.
Violetta's been in the UK for 10 years. She lives in Boston with her 2 children.
What's life like in the UK?
Life is better. You get more paid. I feel comfortable and relaxed more.
What do you hope life will be like after Brexit for you and your children here in the UK?
I think it can be maybe a little bit harder, be more expensive. So I don't know what's happening will be after Brexit.
By the end of the day, Britain will officially be out of the EU. Those who've weathered the storm hope for fairer days ahead. Nick Martin, Sky News.